Can you guys hear me? One, two, three. Can you guys hear me? Let me fix the camera sound. Okay, all right. So the camera sound, built-in microphone. Where is it at? Oh, look at that. Well, maybe that's why. I kind of turned off the microphone. That would explain why it would not work. Okay, so now you're probably gonna hear a bunch of like thing. What is it? All right. What was I talking about? I forgot. I don't know. How is everyone doing? I should have paid attention to what everybody was saying. See, that's why I was like, oh, let me test it. Can you guys hear me? And then you guys heard it, and I was like, okay, so it works. All right. Sounds good. Audio, no audio. Yeah, man. How is everyone doing tonight? 160 of you guys watching with me tonight. It's 5:32 a.m. in Spain. Wow, you're so early. What are you doing up? Usually at 5:30, people are, you know, asleep. Sound is low, so it sounds low still. Well, let me see. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, testing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. How's that? Yeah, look at that. That's not peaking or anything. There we go. McLoopy is in the house. Look at that, McLoopy. Wow. So not only are we gonna have some, we might see some live sessions from Philadelphia. Wait, yeah, Pennsylvania, right? This next week, Javier is going down there with Tom. So hopefully, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be as fun because I don't think those guys drink anymore. So they're definitely not gonna be like the whole thing. 11:33 p.m. in New York City. Slappy. Oh, Slappy, you're in New York City. By the way, guys, who is in New York City? Got back work from New York City, says Charlie B. Who is here watching from New York City? I have there's like a there's film festival, the Big Apple Film Festival, right? My friend Rhonda was here. His friend has a film festival, and I thought, hey, I have some TV show that no one saw, right? Because I mean, who saw it? Only a few of them, right? Like if you saw it, post in here, right? And I bet you it's gonna be just like a few of you, right, that saw it. And so I'm like, my whole audience hasn't seen this TV show. I'd spent a lot of time making this TV show, working on it, made half hour, right, of good television as well. I mean, that's as good as I could have made it. And so there's the opportunity to show it or showcase it. Well, what's it? What is it? No, it's not showcase. What's it called? Like when you premiere it? Exhibit. No, that's not exhibiting. Screen it. So there's an opportunity to screen it in the big screen in Manhattan at the Big Apple show. Except that those guys are like, do you have fans in New York City? Because I don't know if we want to let you in, you know? Like, so they're not sure they want to let me in. They're like, and so I'm like, I don't know if I have fans in New York City that would come and see this film or whatever. It's about converting cars. You know what I mean? Like, so, who's in New York City? Do I have fans in New York City? I don't know. If you're in New York City, post right here. I don't care who's from New York City. Should I? So, I'm trying to figure out. Like Loopy. The Loopy's in the house. Which EV West engine is your Beetle bus? AC50. Billy, that's a lot of solar panels. Good deal. Is it a documentary? No, it's a TV show. It's like formatted kind of like an episode, a TV episode. And it aired on TV, actually, right? But because no one has TV anymore, I mean, right? How many of you guys have TV? No one. Everybody's on the internet, on YouTube. Not a lot of you guys saw it. Look at that. Avi Fina is from New York City. There we go. Would you come to see a half-hour TV show where I show you how to make a classic car into an electric vehicle? Debut. I don't know if it's like debut. It's more like a screening in the big screen, right? They quit drinking for good, so they started drinking for evil. You have any Samsung 300Q available? No, I don't. What? I don't know what the 30Q is. No, 30Qs are what? 3,000 milliamp hours? Or what are they? But I don't have Samsung's 3Qs. I have these LG. Oh, so anyways, the thumbnail and the thing is personal 18650 battery stash because I want to sell some of my stash. I've been stashing batteries away for a while. And I'm like, I'm not going to use those. So I need to like get them out so that I can buy some more that are coming down later, right? So I have 900 of these brand new LG HB2s, right? These are the 1500 milliamp hours. So they're low in capacity, but they're in the spec sheet says 30 amp hours or 30 amp continues, right? But, you know, on the actual instrument tests, they're more like 20 amp cells. So I have 900 of them, 9 boxes for 100, brand new. They're sealed, and so I want to sell them. There we go. This is a boxes. This is like this 9 of these boxes like that. They come sealed. So I want to sell them. I don't know how much I'm gonna ask for them. I've been hanging on to them for a while. Yeah, if anybody's interested, send me an email, jhoodjack35. I'll give you a good deal. We'll ship them out. And then I have some other batteries. I have 3 boxes of 3400 milliamp hours, right? They're all used, right? So they have the thing, but they're tested. And then I have 3 boxes of like 3000 milliamp hours, right? Like 29 to 3000, something like that. And they're all tested. They're all marked. Half of those are from the medical pack, so they'll need to be re-sleeved, right? So yeah, definitely those are cool. I like them. I want to use them, right? So in the Samba, I'm gonna try and put the batteries that have the most capacity because I want to get like 300 miles out of it. So now that I'm gonna start getting those together, I'm thinking like, yeah, let me get rid of these so that I can get more of like the same or whatever, and then I can start working that out. Sell them to me. Take my money, says Jay Williams. I'll buy some. Okay. Yeah, I really couldn't make didn't have time to like take pictures and make like the a button or whatever, and I was like, oh my god, you know what I mean? So the cool thing is that those are in boxes that I can easily just throw in a little box and then ship it, right? So that I don't have to box them or anything. I also want to sell all these hoverboard ones. Like I have like 50, but I think I have like 10 of them there, so I want to take them out of there. So I think I have like 40 of them, right? And I have them in that box, and I wanted to sell it as like a whole like power wall because it's a. I mean, but the thing is, they're 36 volts. I don't know how many people would want a 36 volt power wall. It's like almost 5 kilowatt hours or something like that. And it, I was like, I was gonna try and find someone local here to buy it, so I didn't have to ship it. So that like, just come pick it up, you pay me money, and then I get rid of it, and then I use that money to buy more cells, right? Um, but definitely, yeah, I want to get rid of these so that I can prepare because there's gonna be some cells available pretty soon, and I want to be able to get some. Most of the time I'm like, here you go, guys, go get them. Then like, is there any left? No, I didn't get any. So now this time I want to get some by myself. I think there's enough that we are gonna be able to, for all of us to get some, right? But I can't get some. I don't have the money. Let's see. What's your email? Jehu at jack35 .com. Jehu at jack35.com. Yeah, I should be more prepared for this, but I'm not. I was like doing a bunch of things today. We have some meetings, and yeah, that's what it is. I'm an hour away, says Jeff Jones. Wow, there we go. Send me an email. I have, now that you guys know what I have for sale, I might have I don't know, I have to do the math, but I think it's like a 5 kilowatt or just under 5 kilowatt hour battery pack from 6 volts made out of all that stuff. It's all put together already. You just gotta like make a few little connections, connect it. And then I have 1,500 cells, 900 of these, and then 300 of the 3,400 milliamp hours, and then about 300 of the, 3,000 milliamp hour ones. And these are all from Tom, and they're from that Terry guy that does the medical packs and stuff. Those are all cells that I've gotten there from them. Let's see. Jay said that the Fiat batteries on the floor behind you were good for 24 volt power wall for my RV. No, those come in 5S and 6S. Well, unless you want to consider 6S 24 volts, but it's kind of low. You actually need 7S for 24 volts. So that's the problem with them. You have to do 15S or 12S or 15S for closer to 48 volts. So there's a challenge, right? So that's the reason why they're haven't flown out of the shelves there. I think 15S works with a lot of inverters, so figure how to work on 15S. I know some of the Schneiders do it, and I think some of the ones that I sold them with do it. So you can definitely do it. So get the like 3 of the 5S and then put them together, right? So let's see. Email from the 100s you don't read. From the hundreds that you don't read. That's true. But, well, now I have a little bit of incentive to read them, because if I want to get rid of these and if I want to find a new home for them, then I'm going to read them. There you go. I'm in Miami. Send me some cells. Um, let's see. Repeat the sale again. Well, I have 900 of these brand new LG HB2 1867 or 65, right? So they're normally known as LG HB2s, 1500 milliamp hours, but these are like 20 amp cells, right? So these are great for like skateboards or power tools, anything that you need like 20 amp hours out of a single or 20 amps out of a single cell. Those are good for it. And I have 900 of them brand new in the box, sealed boxes. They're genuine, and so I need to get rid of them. And then I have some of the other ones over there. E-Border says, do you think of those 30Qs already running HG2s? I don't know what that means. eBay has fiat cells are pretty good. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. What kind of batteries are you going to use in your Samba? What will be the range in kilometers? I don't know. I'm hoping for about 300 miles. I don't know what that is in kilometers. You have to do the conversion. And I'm trying to find the best cells that I can, right? So hopefully somewhere around 3,000 to 3,500 milliamp hours. That's what I'm hoping for to get in there, and I'll probably need like 5,000 cells or something like that. So that is the mission now. Can you ship the cells? Yes, I can ship these boxes. These little boxes I can ship cells, right? Because they're like small or whatever, you know. Which battery is best for the electric car? Well, the most energy dense ones, right? Because you want the battery pack to be smaller and lighter. And so, yeah, you can try to get the most, but then you'll also need it to push a lot of amps because cars, like my car, for example, is low voltage, so it needs like 700 amps. If you can do like a higher voltage, like 400 volts, then you can get away with like 300 amps, you know. But yeah, so they have to meet those requirements. Ashton Munoz says he's from Los Angeles. Hey man, how's it going? Can I mix different lithium cells in a pack? Yes, you can do it if you know what you're doing, as long as they're match groups of cells, series cells. Do you know where is the best way to buy a big amp hour cells living in Brazil? Thanks for your attention. For you, probably in China if you're trying to get new ones. If not, you can look whatever's in the country, but I don't know, anything about Brazil, so I don't know what the markets there looks like. Are those 18650 batteries good for small projects that I want to do for portable laptop, phone, charger? Yes, those are good for that. Anybody have experience with Lion Wholesale? Well, I think I've seen a lot of people post that they buy from there. It's almost probably similar to the ones where I bought all these 21700s. They're I bought these from imrbatteries.com or whatever. Yeah, they're pretty good. Their prices are not the cheapest, but they're selling brand new cells, so that's pretty good. How much are you asking for per cell? I will. So they're different, all kinds of different cells, right? I will put it like I'll send you an email and tell you all the prices so you can make the distinction, because there's just too many of them to. How many run an electric engine? Depends how big the engine is. I think they're new cells from Solar Street Light, and for replace that, okay, let me see. 400. Okay, it's cool. Price per cell. Yeah, so send me an email. I'll get back to you. I'll send them. And then I'll have a link there, and whoever takes them first, you know what I mean? Like, Jehu, how come I've never seen you driving around Rancho? I don't drive too much. I'm actually kind of a weirdo. I'm socially awkward, so I'm not out much. I'm just always like working on batteries or, working on videos. Yeah. So I don't. Yeah, I'm a weirdo like that. But yeah, I do. I mean, I'm in Rancho. I used to take my dogs to the park a whole lot more, but then now they're injured, so I don't take them as much. Right now, my car's broken, so I don't go out as much. I mean, that's only been a few days or whatever, right? Is this really live? Yes, this is really live, Eddie Pavone. Buy one, get one free with free shipping. I didn't miss the live. Sony Mahoney. There you go. You made it. Uh, let's see. So my Prius steps up the voltage to 500 volts DC with capacitors. Highest amperage rise around 100 amps in EV mode alone. So a few 18650s would work well. Meet Celt, guys. There you go. Is this live? How, Jehu, I went to... Oh, Jehu, I went to FanTime site and there is no information about one-on-one. Oh, sorry. I had one... So basically, this is how it works. I have to set up, like, a time slot when I'm available, and then I go and put it there. And so then I have to go and check it, right? And so I usually... Sometimes I can go, like, far, like, okay, next week I'm going to be available these times. And then I have to go and put the thing there, right? But this week I haven't done it because I have some... I had, like, a meeting today, and so I couldn't be there. And then I'm here. So I need to... I set up, like, 1 or 2 hours today to do the thing. But obviously, you guys... When you checked, it wasn't available. And no one bought the thing, right? So it's kind of a weird... I should be able to set, like, those, like, Monday, Monday afternoons I'm available, and set, like, all Mondays afternoons. And then, like, I can go in there and be like, well, no, I have something planned for this one. But it's not like that. I actually have to go and set it up. So just keep checking. I'll post some tomorrow. I'll put some times for tomorrow. I'll try to make myself available for you guys tomorrow. I have to pick up one because there's also bugs in the system, and the system told me I was supposed to meet up with someone like at 3, but then that person thought it was going to be at 5. It might have been you, no? I don't know. Maybe not. Anthony D? Maybe. So someone, was supposed to be later, and there was a bug. We didn't understand the thing, and eventually, so we have to reschedule that. And I put one up today, just in case you were gonna check, but maybe you didn't check. Estudiando en español conmigo. We need to reach out, some of us. There you go. Yes, I just eventually I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get someone to help me do the Spanish ones. I just right now I'm struggling to even do the English ones, the English videos. That's why I'm doing these live things, because these are easy. I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm like, damn, I wasn't able to work in a video. I wasn't able to do it. So then, I can just come in here. Can you help me build a power wall? I have a lot of questions. Go to FanTime and sign up. Tomorrow when I put some times available, one-on-one, I can help you answer all your questions and stuff. Let's see, where do we get cheap 2100 cells, 21700 cells? There's no such thing as cheap 21700 cells. I mean, China, but they're kind of weird. Even these ones that I got, they're brand new, right? Imran, I don't know what brand, how good that brand is, but actually I am finding out how good this brand is. Not very good. A couple of these were actually heaters. They're brand new, and I'm testing them so that I can put them on a skateboard. Yeah, so that's let's see. J.U., I'm a weirdo too. Love hanging out in the garage. Have you ever think in giving course to make EVs? No, not really, right? So I'm like, if I give a course, I mean, I guess I could do it. Maybe in the future I'll do it. But that's essentially what I'm doing, right? I prepare like a thing and a subject, and I do the research where I'm doing a thing, then I prepare, and then I do a video, and then I reach thousands of people, sometimes hundreds of thousands of people. Well, sometimes millions of people, right? And so I'm like, I kind of like that better. I know it's not as interactive and stuff, but I think, that's the thing with like doing a course or whatever. And I'm not as what's the word here, organized enough to have like a whole curriculum to be able to like put together a thing and then charge people to come in and do stuff, right? So I am making stuff, like I do have the one-on-one, so that you guys have very specific questions about a project or thing, then you can talk to me, and then I'm doing these live things which are highly interactive. I don't have an agenda here. I'm just like what do you guys want to talk about? And you guys are asking me a bunch of questions, and then I answer them and stuff. Of course, I can't get super deep because I can't even get to all these questions. Right? Yesterday, I was seeing that. Oh my god, I didn't answer. Maybe I answered 30% of the questions that were put out there. I was like, later on, I went saw the thing, and I was like, oh man, there was a lot of comments. There was one guy that was getting like really angry because I wasn't answering his question, and I just couldn't, see it. Where do you buy cheap originals 18650 Samsung LG from China? Could you give us a link, please? So I'm actually looking for quality cells in China. The problem that I'm running around here is that all these use and recycle cells, reclaim or whatever, they're available in small quantities. And so, when I work on a video hard, right, and I spend, a week and, I don't know, 100 hours on some video thing, and I'm building a thing in a power, right? And then I'm like, oh, and here are the batteries that I use. Boom. You know what I mean? Like, and I put a link. A lot of the times, by the time I make the video, and by the time, it's like they sell out. And then my video is just getting started and getting views, and a lot of these videos are getting like millions of views. And then people are like, well, they're sold out. The link you posted, there's no cells, there's no batteries. So that's becoming a problem. Like, you guys are, a lot of you guys are actually building, uh, systems, battery packs off of like following my videos and stuff. And that becomes a real issue when there's a lack of the products that I'm using to do, right? So these are great. These are like used cells, and these are like, cheap and stuff, and they're like, they're quality because they're like brand name and stuff, but it's not sustainable. I'm outgrowing these sellers, right? And I know there's a lot of batteries coming down the pipeline and stuff, but there's also like a lot of competition and stuff, and a lot of the times I'm the last one to post a video because everyone. So you guys got to keep in mind that like I'm a lot of the times I'm the last one to post a link to the video to the batteries that come available because I'm actually testing the batteries, right? I'm actually like finding a way to like use them, right? I'm like developing like little things like, well, oh, this is a box that you can buy and put them on here. This is how you put it together, right? Like, I'm now designing circuit boards so that you guys can put them in. So I'm doing a lot of work just to find, make it easy for you guys to build these battery packs, right? A lot of my competition when it comes to like, because see, like if batteries are available like on eBay, for example, any of you guys can go and make an affiliate account with eBay. And now you become my competitor. You're like, oh my God, there's some new batteries available. And when I tweet about it, or when I, send you guys emails, or when I make a video or whatever, then you can go and make your own, link, and then you can make money, right? If anybody buys the batteries using the link. So there's a lot of you guys doing that. A lot of you guys are competing with me now. And so, it's a lot easier for you guys to just go and look at what Tom has putting up for sale, and then grab a link, and then share it in your, in your forums, and your thing, and your endless sphere, thing, and what's that other website where people post stuff? There's a bunch of ways, blogs and stuff. I'm like the last one because I'm making videos. I'm figuring out, how to use them, how to test them, how to do the thing. So yeah, it's like I'm not making as much as I used to when I started doing this, even though my views are going higher, right? And that's a problem because, the videos don't make a lot of money and stuff. So yeah, definitely I'm looking for China sources of batteries that it's like their quality. It's gonna be hard because how do you trust those guys, right? Like, they're so far away, the language barrier, and then it's not like they're not known for like changing, batteries. They'll send you, the samples are good, and then the ones that you actually ship, they're not bad or whatever. But I think it's worth it because I think most of these batteries that we're using, they're Chinese, they're China batteries, anyways, right? China is making most of the batteries in the world now. I know, LG is supposed to be in Korea and Japan for Panasonic and stuff, but they all have factories in China because China is such a huge market. So we will find those, and I will make those things available. I kind of went long on that one. Lithium battery cult leader Jehu. Do you know what kind of battery does Chevrolet Volt you have? Yes, there are LG Chem pouch cells. I can give you a link to very similar ones. They're not exactly the same ones, but they're very very similar. Let's see which ones are. What am I trying to do? Kit, right? Kit.com. So they're basically the same as these. Oh, and by the way, the Chevy Volt batteries are actually quite easily found online. Um, you just do a search on eBay for like Chevy Volt batteries, and you can find them. They're LG Chem pouch. They're actually pretty good. Let's see here. But these are very close to them. Well, if you need like whole modules, you can get them like this. Actually, no. Like, if you need just the actual, where are you? If you need just the cells themselves, these are it. Like they're just slightly different size, but they're the same. They're made in the same factory or whatever. And then if you want them actually have them like in a module, anyone looking to make an EV, these are the batteries right here. These are it. These are the ones that you can make like a Baja car. You can have the thing. You know what I mean? Like all the stuff. Let me see. Am I falling behind again like I usually do? Did I go here? Let's see. Okay, here we go. Now we're in. You should make a travel video to China or Korea to tour the battery factory. Yes, that would be pretty cool. I actually currently don't have a visa to travel abroad, and I'm not a citizen of this country yet, so I have to put in my paperwork and do, but that's like a year. So in order to be able to fly out of the country and go to another country, I would have to get like a Mexican visa, which means I would have to go to the Mexican consulate and do the thing. So I'm kind of looking into it, but of course, all that stuff has to come out of my pocket right now, and kind of I'm digging myself out of like a stuff, so I'm not really prepared to do that. But it would be great. I want to go to like the battery show in September. It's happening somewhere here in the States. Just to check out what's there, right? Can I stop by your garage while I'm grocery shopping around the neighborhood? The lack of cells near me makes me want a damn shed full of golf cart batteries. Yeah, there you go. You should make a travel video. Yeah, so I read that. Humping dogs not tonight. They're kind of out of it today. Yeah. Let's see here. I would come in. I'm in New York City, says Avi Fanea. Okay, I'm gonna hold you to it. Okay, I'm gonna send you an email when it's ready. I have one person that'll show up, so he can get it. I can't believe they make me do that. They're like, well, I don't know, man. You're gonna have to have your people, because if you don't have people, you can't be on this. Shout out to Barbados. There we go. One day I gotta go to Barbados. I make my own batteries with paper and carbon, way cheaper and safer, and last way longer. Keep up the good work. Blind Corner. Wow. You should join our group. Oh, by the way, where is the Discord, people? Yesterday I was checking out the Discord. That's actually pretty cool. Let me see if I can find. Oh yeah, I could find yesterday's email for all of you guys who want to like talk batteries and stuff afterwards, or even now, I guess. Let's see here. Where is the Discord? Does anyone know what the Discord is? Oh, here we go. Okay. Here we go. I'm getting the thing. These guys made a Discord thing where we can go and talk about batteries. There you go. From the UK, I'm listening, and I come with a question, long question. I have a Fiat 126, very small, light car. Okay. Well, that's actually not a long question. That's not even a question at all. Howdy from Texas. Let's see. Get citizenship, says Cody Slab. Yes, man, I gotta try and do it. I mean, not that it's worth anything. They'd still kick me out of this country for no reason. Watch out for Trump. Yeah, I know. Trump is, citizenship don't mean nothing when you're not a natural citizen. Become a youth. Let's see. Does anyone know what devices or battery packs typically use the LGHG2 or even the HE2 cells in them? What devices? No. Well, Tom might know because he has actually shared some pictures of a LGHG2s that he is collecting right now, and once he's got like enough, like a pallet or something, then he's gonna release them to us. Uh, so yeah, he might know what they are. I know that he sent me some of these that are 3,400 milliamp hours cells. They're not the power cells, but those were like from Bose systems, right? I know a lot of these batteries are coming out of um, like vacuum, like little robotic vacuums and stuff. Yeah, there's a few of those. What legit capacity for 26650 battery? Where there's all kinds of them. There's some, like these 8123s that I have here. Oh, look, I have a couple of them here. There we go. Hey, where is the other one? Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Let's look at some of the 26650. So these are A123s. These were originally 2.3 amp hours, right? So not a lot of capacity here. 2,300 milliamp hours, right? But they could do like 70 amps. So these are like. And then there's of course the Full River, which we bought a bunch of them. We finally wiped the whole stock. They've been there for years, according to some people. And then I made a video, and you guys went and bought them. These ones are 3,300 milliamp hours, right? These are live lithium iron phosphate. So this one's actually both of these. But then, look at that. Continuous discharge, 25 amps on this one, supposedly. Look at this one. This one's supposed to be 5,000 amps. I mean, 5,000 milliamps. 5 amps. Is it possible for them to be 5 amps? Yeah, it is possible because these are 5 amps. Of course, it's a much newer technology, right? It's slightly longer, but slightly skinnier, or a lot skinnier. And it's 5,000, so there definitely is room for 5,000 milliamp hours there. So yeah, it just depends which kind of battery, what chemistry. 26650s is just the size. They come in all kinds of all kinds. Bruce Owen, need 100 3,400. Send me an email. I'll send you a thing. And then hopefully you can buy them. You can buy them from me. Mike J says, Jay, it's midnight. Thanks for, you have a great night. Thank you for joining us. How can I make a power wall, please? Oh, just, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I don't have a full video where I show you from beginning to end. I'm working on that video currently. But it's getting easier. If you see that thing right there, that one's like really easy to put together. It takes like a few hours. You buy the batteries. I'm gonna give you all the links to the thing. There's a video that I already have that starts like with the testing and all that stuff. It's not ideal, but it's something to start. Start watching that video. Let me see, where is it? Let me see if I can give you guys a link for that video. Can everybody? I need someone to like link this stuff so I don't have to take, go looking for it and then get sidetracked and stuff, right? Videos. Let's see. And then where's video? This one. By the way, 140,000 views on that video. People, you guys are watching that video. It's crazy. So this next one, because it's going to be like a full hopefully like, showing you more like finish and testing. Yeah, hopefully he's gonna get more videos. Oh man, I just got a message that I've used 75% of my thing, and I got till the 27. Because again, tonight I'm doing it off my phone, because why am I gonna connect to the internet here if we already kind of know that sucks? Anyways, that's the video right there. You can watch how to make a power wall, or how it's going. We're gonna go and make a power wall using, our little dandy things, circuit boards here. Yeah, there we go. What's going on here? Let's see. Yeah, there we go. ¿De dónde eres? Yo soy de Tijuana. Aren't A123s used for boosted boards? Yes, they're the ones that they use for boosted boards. Nice video. Watching from Romania. Message limitation. It was too long. I would post it on the Facebook group. There you go. Post it on the Facebook group. There's a ton of people there that will definitely help you out if I don't know the answer, or I don't get to it or whatever. But yeah, definitely. Talk about 38 120s. Everyone should know. Are those still available? Those are sold out, right? Let's see. Let's look them up. Let's look at them. The listing has been updated. You bought... Oh, wow, they're still available. Well, look at that. See, I didn't make a video about them this time, so they haven't sold out. Let's see. I need to make a video about those. Well, I mean, they're buying them today. Oh my God, there's a lot of orders today. Okay. So what do we need to know about those batteries? I actually have a video about them, and yeah, it's not getting a lot of views. Let's see here. Let me share that with you guys. Copy the link. I have some of those, and I wanted to make a video. Maybe I'll make it. Maybe I'll make it tomorrow. Just a quick one. I'm gonna probably like use it to like use those batteries to melt something, because I have them here. Look at them. So I have two of these little bricks, right? And basically, if you wire them in parallel, in parallel, then you're gonna be able to like make like 306, so like 1200 amps, right? 3 volts, 3.6 volts at like 1200 amps, and then I have two of them, so I could actually double that. I should be able to make like I don't know, like 2000 amps, and then I can use that to like melt stuff. I'll just take it and like start melting stuff like with wrenches, and I don't know. That should make for a good. I think for people, it'll give you an idea of how powerful batteries are. I think people don't realize that batteries are awesome. They have the ability to like put out a ton of power, and these are some of the best ones to do that, right? And there's there. You can go and buy them. As long as it doesn't. No, that's okay. I have unlimited. I might just be throttled for a couple of days at the end or something like that, but that's okay. If you don't have solar set up yet, what would you suggest using to charge your battery, your large battery banks, like an excess of 400 cells? I mean, you need a charger. Yeah, it's kind of weird for me, because I know I played with large chargers because of the EVs, right? So I have a 5,000 watt charger. It's like a big, massive thing like this, 5 kilowatt. And then there's the little ones. They're like 2,500. So I have like, I have 7.5 kilowatts, right? 7,500 watt chargers that can do anything anywhere between like 48 volts to like 400 volts. And that's what I would use, right? But they're kind of hard to get by. I haven't found them like easily. You can go to evwest.com and then order them. and you tell them which voltage, and then they'll kind of program them for you. It's hard to change the voltage. Like once you know your pack, then you kind of have to leave it there. The ones that I have on my bus, they're set up for 30S because that's what my pack is, and I could adjust it like one cell. I can go 5 cells down, 5 cells up the voltage, but it's like you gotta press the button and a thing. And I've actually never done it. They just work. So whenever I set up a system for me, I am gonna set it up that way. I'm gonna set it to be able to use the batteries full time and then have the grid as a backup. So if anything happens, the sun doesn't shine one day, right? For some reason, it's cloudy, it's raining for too many days consecutive, whatever. Then that charger will just make sure that the batteries are being charged. When the voltage gets below a thing, then this thing will kick in and it'll charge it. And then the batteries are going to power my inverter. So my inverter is always going to be kind of running, right? And so that way you shift it around. You use the grid as a backup. And that way you're not paying them. You're only paying them for for having them there as backup. You're going to charge you something. I don't know what that is, but that's what I would use to charge like larger batteries. Other than that, you can use like some of these bigger chargers, right? Like that one will do. Let me see. Well, but you still need a power supply. That's the problem. Well, I mean, yeah, you can buy a power supply. Let's see. Do I have links to the power supplies? I think I do. Oh, no. No. I don't want to change it. No, not power inverters. Come on. Let's see here. Wait, what am I looking for? I'm looking for chargers. Yeah, the battery chargers right here. Oh, man. This thing is not working. Yeah. Like, look at this thing. Oh, man. My thing. Hopefully it's not. Is it lagging? Hopefully it's not lagging. Right? So if you want to charge like about 12, like a kilowatt of charging, up to what will these do? Well, actually, this one will do this lap 6, so only 6 cells. Oh, that wouldn't work. How many batteries do you have? I mean, this one will do like a 6S. Then there's also the 8, which is what I have. Why do I have this one linked here? Oh, here we go. Here's the other one. Here, if you have a 24 volt, or actually these ones, you can connect them in series, and you can do up to like a, what have I done? A 60 mAh battery. I have used these successfully to charge 60 mAh, and you use 2 of them, and if you have the right power supplies, then you can do up to 2 kilowatts with those. And they're not, super cheap. They're like 200, almost 250, $300, something like that. But yeah, that's one way that you can charge batteries. What are we talking about here? Let's see. Can I buy the ones you own and tested? What are you talking about? The batteries? Yeah, send me an email. For the 3/8 standoff, does it matter where they are, whether they are brass or aluminum? I've seen some of the kids show brass and some aluminum. Which one is better? Well, so the aluminums are better because they're bigger and they have better conductivity, but I still haven't done the final test to see how, because people say that the brass has bad conductivity, right? And it's really bad, and you shouldn't be able to put too many of those modules together, right? So I have a bunch of, I have like 39 in a single stack there, right? So will it work? So I got to test it. I got loaded. That's the test that I'm getting ready to run, and I don't have the equipment to like really run, to load that thing, right? Oh, actually, no, I do. Never mind. I will be able to load that with about 5,000 watts. So 1C. And I'll be able to see, what starts heating up. We'll definitely put a thermal camera on there. And then we'll go from there. It's gonna be awesome. It's blurry. Yeah, I know the thing. So by the way, guys, this is my backup camera because I lost. I messed up my camera when I was in Puerto Rico last time. But finally, after 3 months, then the insurance company is going to hopefully give me a new one. They sent some shop, and the shop was like, "Yeah, this is too far gone, so we're not. It doesn't make sense to pay to repair it." So I think what the insurance company now is going to give me a check so I can go buy a new one, which is cool because I'm kind of tired of this one. This one's not as good as what I used to use, the GH5, which is after this one, right? And this one's kind of janky, it's beat up. I used it for 3 years. The microphone port is all broken. It just doesn't work. The actual shutter was like falling apart, like mechanically doesn't work. Jehu, could I make a power wall that specifically is used to charge my BMW i3? Yes, you totally can. I would use some of these Fiat batteries because these are the most affordable ones, and they have the ability to push a ton of power. So with the 18650s, what we're doing, we're building large battery packs. We're using like, to power to push like 1C. That's mostly what we're gonna do to run like a home. But if you're once you start introducing like an EV into the mix, then you're talking about charging like a big car, right? Well, I mean, most of the cars have slow chargers. Like, I don't know what your i3 has. If you know what you have, I think most of them used to come with a 3.3 kilowatt chargers. I think some of them are now starting to come out with like 6.6, so two of those chargers. So, at least you'd have to have like a 6.6 kilowatt hour pack, and then you can plug it in, you charge it, and then it'll be like a 1C. But that means like your battery will only last an hour. So I don't know what the i3 battery size is, but I think it's big now, right? It's like 30 kilowatt hours or something. So yeah, I mean, I would do a big battery wall using the using the Fiat ones, and then just use a 48-volt inverter. I would totally show you guys how to do it, of course, but I'm not there yet on those. Let's see. So instead of buying those Anchor Ravel battery packs, make my own? Yeah, man, make your own. I want to buy the Headway, but no shipping. Yeah, so a lot of you guys are in different countries where Tom can't ship. Thank you for answering all my questions. Never get a chance like this to ask directly and get an answer. Yeah. Can't get 240 volts in my garage due to rental. Ooh. Oh, is that you with the BMW i3? I see. So you can run an extra cable. Yeah, I totally understand. Yeah, you could set up a battery pack that charges all day off of 110, right? With the little power or solar or whatever. And then when you get there to charge your car, you just dump all that energy from your pack into your car. Yeah, you could totally do that. That wouldn't be too much problem or trouble. eBoard75 says, will you ever purchase a retail EV? If so, what would be and when? Yeah, I will probably own like a Tesla at one point. You know what I mean? Like, I will buy something that I can put together. Maybe I'll make a video with Rich rebuilds and like salvage one or something like that, like an old Model S or something. Yeah, I mean that would make sense to do it. You know what I mean? Like, but I probably will be running around with like converted vehicles for a long time, like my bus, right? And then like the next one that I want to make, it's like a Mustang or whatever. I think that's a car that like that's taking shape in my head already. I'm like, okay, once I'm done with that, I want to get a Mustang and then do it 4-wheel drive with two like Tesla motors in there, and like, you know, some like cool, crazy build and stuff, right? 2000 amp battery pack will drive Frank Bowes spot welder. It's very nice alternative to the Chinese spot welders. Yeah. Let's see. Our 6,000 milliamp hours. Yes. Well, in 18650s, yes. You might be able to get that in like 26 650s. I don't know the 2170s are there yet. I think 2170s are still like 5,000 milliamp hours. Are you still doing the photography thing in business? No, that's it. I'm doing this full time, just doing video and, you know, trying to figure out how to, yeah, how to make content and how to monetize it and stuff. I recover cells from local laptops, thinking to inventory my cells and barcode and track them while going through the process of testing, validating such. Anyway, does anyone else do this anyway? And so Ron M. Davis. Yeah, everybody's trying to figure that thing out, right? Like, I think Javier is going to go to help Tom kind of figure some of that stuff out, because, you know, the more you automate that stuff, the easier it is and the cheaper you can sell the cells. You know, it's like everybody's got to make money. If you have a bunch of people breaking down cells, testing them, you know, that takes time, and you got to pay employees to do all that stuff. So it's, yeah, everybody's after the new way to do it better, you know. Do you smoke weed? No, I never have. I never have smoked weed. I feel like I don't need it, right? I kind of understand what it does. I think I get it. I'm like, eh. Let's see that. What about zinc-plated threaded rod? Sure made an arc in my spanner. There you go. I just got my PCB boards in and saw that you added the back post to be another positive. So I actually added it for, that's one part of the test that I'm going to do, right? You can put it on the front posts so that you can use the XT60 connector, right? And only use the front. Or you can do it on the back. As I showed in my previous test, the batteries were being, when you load it up hard, you know, the batteries would discharge unevenly. And so, because it was an isometric, right? So one of the posts, like the negative was longer than the positive. And so now if you connect the front and in the back, right, you put the fuse to go for the back post, then it's symmetrical, and then should be able to have battery cells that discharge more evenly. And so that's part of the test that I'm doing on the final video. I'm going to show that, you know, the differences. So on this pack that I did here, I actually populated everything, both of the, which I think that might pose trouble, because then it's, yeah. I was thinking about that the other day, right? So there's two paths now that the positive, it's a positive and the negative. Let's see. So it's the positive, right? So if I do a test where I'm checking, right, and I use this as the negative, and then this is a positive, well, because this is connected over here, then it's going to use this post also as a path to current. So now the positive now has two posts connected, as opposed to the negative only one. And so now it might be a reverse thing, you know what I mean? So I don't know if that's going to work. I don't know if I'm going to be able to test which one works better with everything populated. I might have to go and cut like all of these little fuses on the one stack and then test it one way, and then have the other one and then test it the other way, right? Oh, and then on the other side is it's also the same thing. You can only have it one way instead of having both, because now you have two paths for, you know, current to go through. Yeah, I guess, see, it gets messy trying to do all these tests on these boards. Okay, probably like going way behind. Let's see here. There we go. There we go. Are we here? All right. Jack will give you one Model S. He loves you. Are you talking about Jack Rickard? Wait, is that Crystal? Hold on, guys. Let me take a quick break. See here, just to see if that's Crystal coming in.
Today I'm going to show you how to build this electric skateboard.
As you know, electric skateboards are a thing now. They've been a thing for a while. There's the expensive ones, there's the cheap ones, and everything in between. But there's a new breed of electric skateboards. They're off-road. And you got a glimpse of one of them last time I was in New York. And I got to meet Vitaly, which runs the Portable Electric Vehicles channel on YouTube. He built himself this beast of an electric skateboard that supposedly does about 55 miles per hour, which is just insane. So I thought I would show you how I would build one on the cheap, using off-the-shelf parts to keep the build simple. So let's get started. So how much does this Powerwall cost? Let's do a rundown on the prices of all the components. First, we have the solar charge controller available for $38.99, the bidirectional meter at $29.99, non-interruptible power supply available for $30. The battery modules are $50 each. There's 10 of them, so it's $500 in total. The 32-inch metal box is $59.22. A fuse holder is $682. The battery management system, the long ones are $14 each, and the main unit is like $200, so it comes down to a total of $342. All of these components come to a grand total of $1,008 US. You can find the links for all these parts on the description of this video. I want to thank you for watching. Stay tuned for future videos, all having to do. All right, I'm back. DIY renewal. Shut up, Jehu. I'm back. That guy talks too much. What did I miss? What are you guys talking about? King Taco. Oh, Jerry. King Taco break? Yeah, I wish, man. I wish. Yeah, the dogs are still exhausted from yesterday. They were going crazy. Are you still building your packs by soldering the resistor legs on each cell or as a fuse, or have you moved on to spot welding? Oh man, someone hasn't been watching my videos. We're building our packs like this. This is how we're building our packs now. We're using PCBs. They're soldered on the ends there like this. Actually, this is version 1, but version 2s are there. Yeah, so no longer, well, I guess soldering still. No spot welding. Spot welding takes too long. You gotta get the little cable, the thing. Those are all have they have fuses, and so yeah. Let's see. Germany's in the house. I have a lot of PSI 4138. What would you recommend to capacity? Um, Wait, what was I reading? What would you recommend to capacity test? A while back, I got the Blue Max tester. Getting really worked out. Oh, so I don't really know what all that stuff is. I'm sorry, it doesn't ring a bell. Um, I don't know what the Blue Max tester is, and I don't know what a PSI 4138. I'm sorry. You'll have to enlighten me on that. I have some questions. Is there an advantage when adding ultracapacitors in parallel with lithium? Yes, there is, but there's the disadvantages that ultracapacitors are expensive, and you could just add a bigger battery. Probably for cheaper, you can add a bigger battery, more battery, and then you'll be able to unless you're having to have this thing that's super light or quick to charge or something. I don't see much need for capacitors. I mean, other than what their capacitors are used for electronics. You know what I mean? Like to get rid of to clean signals, right? To get rid of ripple or whatever, like high frequency. Like there's all kinds of uses that capacitors use, but not as batteries. As batteries are terrible. Um, Sensitive electronics like that need pure. What do you recommend a soldering station? I currently do not own one. Oh, I actually have a link to one of those. I mean, this is a cheap one. I don't spend a lot of money on equipment. I'm cheap because I'm poor. You know what I mean? So here we go. Here are the essentials. What is this? How do you share this? Man. Copy link to share. Share and copy. Here we go. Here's all the tools that I use. They're not the best. They're not probably not the cheapest, but they probably are going to be towards the cheapest or the affordable side because I don't spend a lot of money on that stuff, right? Let's see. Did you get an enclosure for your Fiat batteries? I did. Well, I have this one where you can put two of them. So that one's cheap. I just don't remember exactly how much. I'll have to go look into my files and see how much I pay for them. So definitely it's not going to be like hundreds of dollars like the other ones that I was looking at. And so you can put two modules in there. You know, I guess that's going to be the best that I'm going to be able to do without spending way too much money until I found something. Sunco is cheap. I got cheap. How long does the 18650 last till replacement? No one really knows. I mean, the manufacturers say 500 cycles, 1,000 cycles, or whatever. But if you believe them, then that's how much they last. You never know what cycles there are, especially us. We're using recycled cells or used cells. Yeah, no one really knows how much they're gonna last in the applications that we're giving them and stuff. But some data, points at that fact that they're gonna last a long time. So I think it's worth it. If you were to ask me, is it worth putting a bunch of old batteries into a thing, into a big battery pack for your house? And I think so. I think it's worth it, right? I couldn't say that with any degree of authority. It's just a lot of extrapolation of data that we're getting off the cars, that we're getting just of small scale experiments that we're doing and stuff like that, right? That's what I love about you. You're DIY to the core. Yeah. I mean, that's just what I am. I can't really change it, right? If you had a 10 kilowatt hour, right? That's not what you meant. 10 kilowatt hour or 10 kilowatt. That's the amount of power that it can push out. Powerwall. Would you rather buy a GTX 2080 or a Vega? I don't know. I don't know, man. Those are graphics cards? That's what you're asking me, right? I don't know anything about graphics cards. Um, are you saying so that you can like mine some Bitcoin or some cryptocurrency? Let's see. I am in need of 48 volt, 150 amp hour lithium ion battery pack with a BMS for my planned electric vehicle. Can anyone help? Wow. So you're doing 48 volts? That's kind of low. And 150 amp hours. For someone who doesn't have a lot of money to buy a car or have a house to put Powerwall in, what do you recommend for a person who wants to start learning how to do this anyways? Yeah, you just start doing slow, small projects. If you want to get into like vehicles, just do, skateboard or do an e-bike, right? It's the same technology, same motor, same controller technology and stuff, batteries and stuff. Uh, do a solar generator, so it's the same thing. You get a little small battery pack with a little inverter, solar charge controller with one little panel. Same thing. It's just with the house. It's just it grows, by a factor of 10 or whatever, like. But it's the same technology, and you can start learning this stuff really easy and cheaply. You don't have to go crazy big like me. I'm not in a financial situation to start, putting a house wide system, fill the roof with solar panels, but I'm like, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna buy a few panels and start messing around with them, figure out how to use them, test a few of the you know solar charge controllers, and start with the cheap ones, and then that's the thing. I know the cheap stuff. I don't really know like the big expensive stuff. Sometimes people are like, they want to talk to me about settings on like the Schneiders and stuff, the big converters. You know what I mean, like the Sunny Boys and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know. I've never used any of that stuff because I can't afford it. But the cheap stuff, I'm learning. I'm learning a lot how to do that. Keenlabs.com for the best spot welders and is powered by a battery. Did you finish the power pack? I don't see a video with an update on that. No, I haven't yet. I'm working on that. I'm trying to make a bunch of videos at the same time, and I'm not advancing too much in any one of them. So now I think I have everything. I was waiting for some parts, and then finally came yesterday, and I was waiting to finish and putting that up. Now I just have to wire it. I have to devise a way to like actually hold the batteries in there, right? Like mechanically strap the batteries in the box so it doesn't, because those are heavy, and then move on from that, and then load them up. I think I'm gonna have to order more inverters because I have some of them using them outside. So I'm almost there. Do you have the 5S or 6S Fiat mods? Link me to that box so I can see it. Yeah, I'll have to find the link because I bought it a long time ago. That's the problem, right? I remember a long time ago I just bought a bunch of boxes and I have them here, and I'm like, oh, in the future I'll be able to tell like, oh, this box works. Then now I can see that it works, but now I'm like, oh, which is it? How do I find it and stuff? It's like it's so I'll look for it and I'll post it. Definitely do a video on that. Dennis Toberson, thank you for the $45. Thanks for all the videos, man. Great knowledge. Keep it up. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah, I have the 5S. I have the 5S. I have 3 of them. Because I wanted to check it and do with the 2 in series so I can do 36 volts, and then with 3 in series so I can do 48 volts. So I bought 3 of those modules. Now I think I'm going to buy some more. Currently working on building a power wall to be able to power my room for a few days in emergency. I want to keep it maintained when not in use. BMS, I assume. I mean, I don't know. You don't need a BMS to keep it. In fact, the BMS actually usually discharges batteries. You know what I mean? Like in the past, has done more harm than has done good. But I mean, it also I mean, I think save a lot of batteries. I mean, we haven't seen that because whenever the BMS saves a battery, you never know about it because there's no trigger, there's no thing. Usually, the BMSs don't keep a log and says like, "Hey, look at what I did for you today. I saved you from fire or from your batteries dying." You just don't know. You just know when it fails, and that's why we think BMSs are a bad thing because it's like, well, they have one job to keep your battery safe, and they die all the time. So let's see. I also want to use a solar panel. I will need to power my gaming PC, 3D printer, phones, lights, etc. Any recommendations? No, I mean not really. I think any of them will be able to do what you're doing. Hey, the dogs aren't here. Let me see. Am I way behind? Oh, I'm way behind on this thing. Let me forward it. Woo, man. That's so weird. Why does this thing go behind that back? It's crazy. Where's a good place to buy batteries in the EU? We're still looking for one. We're still looking for something, but it's I think your guys's um, regulations, your laws are just too strict, and I think no one wants to risk either like selling those batteries or, you guys have as many batteries as we have here in the U.S. You just for some reason no one's letting them go of them. Like they're ending up in the recyclers and they're just you know, and probably importing batteries is probably a little bit different or something. But I mean, you guys are using batteries. Let's see. Light of call cell. I just got 20 of the 3.7 volt 500 milliamp hour LiPo battery new for free. What could I do with these? Wait, so they're 500 milliamp hour cells? What kind of cells are those? Yeah, are they 18650s or are they like, oh, they're LiPo batteries. Also, they're like in pouch cells. I mean, you can put them all together. You got 20 of them. What's 20 times? Well, actually, I don't have the thing. Let's see, 20. Come on, man. Times 500. What is that? Damn. Okay, so you have a 10 amp hour battery if you connect them all parallel, right? Or you can have two 5,000 or 5 amp hour battery, or you can do three. Oh man, what does that divide into? 3.3. Yeah, you can have a 12 or 11.1 nominal voltage volt 3.3 amp hour battery. There you go. That's what you can do. I killed 8 Litocala 500 chargers. Anyone know how to fix them? What? No. How much are those massive cells you flashed us? I wonder which cells you're talking about. Which ones? Buy battery on Gearbest. LG brown battery, top price, top quality. So Gearbest, really? I have to check Gearbest. I never bought anything on there. Let's see. Have you got paid for that EV Post episode till now? No, I have. Well, I mean, yeah, partially, but not with money. Not with money yet. I have to check on that. Could you add more boards into your Powerwall system on the fly, or would you have to disconnect it from the house first? Yeah, you should be able to plug them. Well, So it depends, right? If so let me show it to you guys. I actually did that. So here's the battery right modules. And so on this version, only the top ones right here are electrified, right? And then the little connectors here. So let's say this is live, it has volts, it has batteries, it has voltage, and it's connected to your thing. You could potentially go in here, and put, populate everything with batteries, and then put it in there, and then they're connected, right? Um, the problem is, of course, that if these batteries are not in the same state of charge as these batteries, then there's going to be an inrush of current, right? Because then all of these batteries are going to try to charge these ones. And if it exceeds, if the difference of voltage is high enough, then that means that all of these guys, all these fuses are going to see more than 12 amps, which is around, from where our tests are showing that these burn up. And so I've actually had one that is already burnt up. I don't know if it's because I did that, right? When I had it here and all the bottom ones were populated and I start populating the batteries, maybe I put a battery that has too much differential voltage and it just burned it up. But it actually burnt it up really clean. There was no smoke, there was no fire, there was nothing. It just, you can see that it's missing there. That's a possibility. There's also a possibility that board just came like that. It came already with the you know with the burnt up, or a fuse cell that it wasn't connected or whatever. But in theory, you should be able to, like, if they're in the same state of charge, put them in there. Then you populate the little things, and then you put another one on top. You put the little things on here. You should be able to connect it when it's live. Of course, you're risking more, right? But you could totally do it if you're careful and you're smart about it. What is a good place to research e-motors for vehicles? Endless Sphere. Endless Sphere? Yeah. That's a forum, right? The ones that e-bikes do? Yeah. There's a ton of stuff. Or DIYelectriccar.com. That's another forum that has a ton of projects for electric cars and motors and stuff. How far can a bus go on a single charge? It's 150 miles currently. I start small, but a portable power pack, 3S16P for my first pack. A standard ammo can hold 4 of those packs. Each pack can be as much as 48 amp hours. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Jehu, I have a weird question. I know you worked on LEDs a little. A car runs at 14 volts, and I want to convert all lights to LEDs at 11 volts or so. Would you use one big buck converter or a buck converter at each light? It depends. I mean, I don't think there's a difference. I guess if you separate them with little buck converters, then if one fails, not all your lights fail. Are you talking about like the main headlights, or are you talking about like just the regular driving lights and stuff? Yeah, it just depends. Where are you putting those lights? If it might be better like for you to do it at the place where the light bulb's at, because then you don't have to redo any of the wiring. You don't have to change, right? Because the other way you would have to do, if you want to do it centralized, then you have to run 2 different circuits on your car. So yeah, that would change. Is that crazy? I'm reading what this is Laifu put on here. I don't know if I want to say that. That might trigger, something. I want the lights. I guess my dad doesn't know that I'm live somehow. I think he thinks I'm crazy, and I just talk to the computer. Like, I don't know what he thinks. It's super weird. I don't want to yell at him, be like, "Hey," it's like there's there's 200 people watching me. um, please check Skeleton Tech Caps Booster. Let's see here. Oh my god. Oh, I see. So Island Times is deleting the this laughable messages. What was he posting? Island Times. I am starting an e-bike business. Wow, there's a lot of you guys that are starting e-bike businesses. Yeah, I guess I'm the only one. iCharger is my favorite hobby charger. You should look into those. The FMA stuff Jehu uses is really good too. Um, let's see. What is the difference between serious and parallel? Well, oh man, I wish I had a. I do have some videos where I explain that, right? But I don't even know where they're at. It's like you have to look for them. Yeah, that's super basic. Um, maybe someone can help me explain that to him. Hey, there is a discount code for the Sandflare C4 on Amazon. 30% off CJA23MN. I ordered one today, $20 ships. Oh, yeah. I was going to post that on somewhere, and then I got sidetracked. I was like, when I was looking at things, I'm like, oh my God, so many messages, so many things. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, so definitely go check that out, guys. I was actually going to post on the kit. Let me load up the kit thing. View profile. The Sand Flare one. There we go. Here we go. Let me post a comment here. Actually, I'm going to post your comment, your whole thing, so that people know. All right? Boom. You said that's going to be over like on the 30th or something like that? Yeah, hopefully some people can save some money on that. On the Sand Flares. Sand Flares are pretty good chargers. Currently my portable, let's see, do I have that? Currently my portable holds 3 packs, 120 amp hour, 1332 watt hour. Works great for camping, night fishing, powers my little 400 watt inverter long enough to run a slow cooker for 8 hours. Wow. Or my portable iceless cooler. Oh, by the way, did you plug in the refrigerator? Crystal? Did you plug into the refrigerator? Just now. Okay. Yeah, our refrigerator, I think the heater on our refrigerator dies. I know that sounds kind of weird, but all freezers have a heater and they defrost in the middle of the night. So basically they turn off and then they turn on a heater and then they melt all the frost, right? All the ice build. And then they turn back on and then they keep, they keep the temperature. But every night it happens, and sometimes you can hear them at night. If your refrigerator makes noise at night, like water dripping stuff, that's what it's happening. And so I think ours, the heater finally died, and so now it's just everything's, becoming a block of ice inside. So I'm like, just, disconnect it for a little while, and then, we'll figure out how to fix that or whatever. Let's see. I was going to buy another one because I need 10S support. I own like 4 different ones. I wonder which chargers are you talking about? 10S is hard because there's no charger that does 10S. I guess it's a weird thing. I think all of Jay's live stream thumbnails are clickbait. You might as well put some girls up there. No, man. I'm selling those batteries. That's not a clickbait. I mean, it's clickbaity, but it's not straight up, deceitful clickbait. Right? I mean, I'm always talking about this stuff. It's just It's just a nice picture for people to see and click on a thing. People wouldn't be like, coming in here and watching me if I put, pictures that people didn't want to see. It's all marketing. He doesn't own an iCharger. He has a PowerLab 8, which is also great. By the way, I don't like the new PowerLab. I have the PowerLab 6 dual touchscreen or whatever. I don't like it. It doesn't work. It's got too many error codes. Too many. I can't even just check like batteries. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to get rid of it. Give it a bad review and just get rid of it. It shouldn't be that hard to use just like a charger. You know what I mean? Let's see. Jehu, I have a tablet installed as my car stereo. The tablet had a LiPo and it failed and got fat. Do 18650 handle the heat better, or maybe a different chemistry? No, I mean, well, yeah, lithium iron phosphate I think will handle heat better, and there are 18650s that have that lithium iron phosphate. 18650s. Rest in peace, Fridge. Important. If you add a DC to DC converter and add a golden cap stage, which you pump up, your power wall can run much more higher loads. If you add a DC to DC converter and add a golden cap stage, wonder what that means. I don't necessarily understand everything you said there. Fix my fridge myself. Love DIY. Yes. Well, I actually had that part fail once before. That's why I know what it is. I think I'm gonna probably look it up and then change it myself. Oh, iCharger does 10S. It's a solid charger. Wow, it does 10S. There's a circular switch with a rotary timer that sticks and will not authorize the defroster to engage. Causes the to freeze over. Compartment right by the fan usually. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. But I also had the heater burn one, so that's why I'm thinking that that was the reason, right? 9 boxes, yeah, 100. Yeah, send me an email. We'll set you up with some of these cells. I'm trying to make room for new cells so that I can test and stuff and build another one of these little PCB based power walls and stuff, so I can finish the video, we can test it, we can load it up, we can do the whole thing. When you made 150 battery modules using laptop batteries, at what voltage was each module? How did you wire them to the Samba? No, so I actually never did that. I actually put modules from a Tesla model, from a smart EV, from a smart EV, right? Smart for 2. So there's 30 groups, but they're distributed in modules of 22P, 15S, and I have 16 of those modules. Yeah, I think I have 16 of those modules. So that's what I ended up doing. The one that I was doing, I never actually got to build all 30 of those modules, unfortunately. But now I will. That's the thing that I'm gearing up to do. Finally, all these years after this, I'll be able to get around and building those modules. I think they're going to be better than what I could have built back in the day. And so it's going to be over. All right. Crystal says the food is over. I mean, no, playtime is over. Food is ready. I'm going to go have some dinner. So anyways, guys, thank you for joining me. It's 10 o'clock p.m. here. It's probably later where you're at. Yeah, definitely. I'm hoping I'm going to have a video soon for you guys so you can watch that power wall working pretty soon. If not, I'll just keep making live videos, whenever I just can't get through the videos. Making videos takes a long time, especially when I have to build a whole project from. So tonight I thought that, yeah. And if you're looking for batteries, also stay tuned. I have another source of batteries coming. And I'm gonna post that soon. The guy was trying to finish it tonight, but it's just not happening. So I think maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I'll make a video where I'll share with you guys another source of batteries and stuff. We'll see how that works. All right. Okay. See you guys in the next video, whenever that is. See you guys later.